Hi everyone, it's Shannon and welcome to today's video. So today's video, very excited because I'm actually reviewing or kind of testing out a indie brand, which I really haven't done on my channel yet just because indie brands haven't reached out to me. But the brand What's Up Beauty reached out to me and offered to send me their brand new Geodes collection. So here is the eyeshadow palette. But the unique thing about this brand is, one, they do have a standalone store. I believe it's a beauty store, but they also have a nail salon. So it's What's Up Nails and What's Up Beauty. So they have two eyeshadow palettes. This is the Geodes Collection. So this is the second eyeshadow palette. They have another one which is also really pretty. It's called I think it's Desert Moon's Monsoon. I think that's the name. Really gorgeous. I looked at some tutorials online. It's a really pretty eyeshadow palette, but this one is the new collection, the Geodes. But then they also have, the collections has matching nail polishes, which is unique because usually it's like blushes or something like that, but this has matching nail polishes. So with the collection also comes 6 nail polishes. So you'll see this is the box, like it's empty, but I have one on this hand and then I have the other 5 on this hand. So there is 6 in total. They're gorgeous, like absolutely gorgeous. So I'm really excited to kind of dig in these today and test these out. So I've been testing out the nail polishes, but I'm going to talk about the whole brand. But then they also have eyeshadow brushes, and they are natural hair, which I absolutely love natural hair brushes. They had an original 6 collection, and you can buy them as a packet, a collection, or you can buy them individually, but they just came out with another 6, and these other 6 are specifically for hooded eyes. So, and they were gracious enough to send me all 12 brushes. So I'm gonna go through each of them. I'm gonna take a look at the eyeshadow palette, I'm gonna talk about the nail polishes and everything about What's Up Beauty. Okay, so before we get into the eyeshadows and eyeshadow brushes, let's go ahead and talk about the nail collection, because I think that's something that's unique about this brand. And again, this is a US brand. They are based in Chandler, Arizona. So I love that it is a US based brand. Now the eyeshadow palette is the made in Italy but assembled in the US. So the products, I'm really excited to dig into the eyeshadow palette because it is made in Italy, which is exciting. So here are the nail polishes. So there's 6 shades, and you can see here, this is the jar. It's really pretty. And what I did is this collection has 2 I guess matte shades. So there's one matte shade, which is the one I'm wearing here, and it is matte. So this is, let's see, this is rhodonite, and it is a matte shade. So it's like the most neutral, really pretty. I am horrible at doing my nails, so please don't criticize me. I haven't had my nails done in a month, and I am horrible at painting them. But this is actually only 1 coat because I just did them before. So it is very matte, but very pretty. I like it. Very good for every day. Then let's see. So we'll go into the other shades. So that is rhodonite. That is a matte shade. And then the other shades, there is clay, which is just a regular nail polish. It's got a little bit of a gloss to it. And then we have crystal, which is gem encrusted. You have agate, which is like a shimmer. And then you have earth-like, which is gem encrusted, and then peridot. So let's go ahead. So this is the clay. So you can see it's got a little bit of shine, kind of like a typical nail polish. I think the color is unique though. It does kind of look like a clay. Really pretty. Again, this was only 1 coat, so very, very opaque. And then let me see, this one is agate. So that's agate. There we go. That's agate. I'm not giving you the finger, but that is earth-like. The next one is crystal, and then that is peridot. I think peridot. I think that's how it's pronounced, but really pretty green. So really pretty sparkles. And the one thing I like about it is I usually, when I put nail polish on that has some sort of shimmer or anything, it never looks right. So now I did mess them up. I painted them, had to give my son a bath, so they got messed up a little bit. I'm gonna take this off anyway because I'm not gonna walk around with different color nails, but it came out really nice. So that's one of the things I like about these. Now these run $12.75 a piece, but then you can buy the set for $68.85. It's normally like $76.50, and it's a little bit discounted. But then if you also buy it with the eyeshadow palette, there's a discount there too. So if you're looking for some unique nail polish and good quality nail polish, I would definitely check these out. I think these are really gorgeous shades, and really gorgeous shades, especially the 4 like shimmers and the gem encrusted. They are really, really pretty. I think my favorite is probably going to be the agate, and then probably the 2 gem encrusted, which are really pretty. Okay, so now we're gonna move over to the eyeshadow brushes, and first let's talk about the packaging. The packaging is like stellar. This is what the box comes like. It has the name of each brush on the side, but then when you open it, there's this little tab, so you can just pull it out, and it is in its own little protective casing, which is beautiful. So this, I'm gonna go over the original 6 brushes, and then I'll go over the hooded, the new set 2. These run $23 a piece. Or you can buy them as a set, and it's the original 6 and then the second 6, and they run, I think it's $124.20. It's 10% off. So if you get all 6 brushes of each set, it's 10% off. It's like $124 and change. But they're also really nicely packed. So this is how they came packed. Bubble wrap, really, really nice. Very, very professionally done. You know, it's my first time really dealing with an indie brand, so I'm just very, very impressed overall. So let's go ahead and talk about the brushes. This is the R101, a pencil brush. Now these brushes are handcrafted and handmade in Japan, and it says handmade in Japan from uncut and undyed goat hair. And you know, natural hair brushes, there's just something about them. They are so good. So very excited to try this one. Really, really soft. And I do like synthetic brushes. I like BK Beauty, Sigma, but man, when you get into natural hair, it can make like a very cheap eyeshadow go on so much better. And here is the R102. This is a crease blending brush. So that is the R102. And then we're gonna go to the R103. And this is a blending eyeshadow brush. So you can see this one has more of a tapered edge. So here is the crease, and here is the 102 and the 103. And then we'll move on to the 104, which is a fluffy blending brush. So it's considerably bigger, got more of a taper, but it is considerably bigger than the first 2. And then we have 2 more. The next is R105, which is a tapered blending eyeshadow brush. So this one's pretty big, but it's tapered at the end, so it's a good size. And then finally R106, which is the flat shader brush, which everybody needs for a good shimmer. So beautiful collection, beautiful set of eyeshadows, so eyeshadow brushes. So if you are looking for a good set of natural hair eyeshadow brushes, I would definitely, this has everything you need to do your eyeshadow, and natural hair, really good quality. So I would definitely check this one out. Okay, so now let's look at the new brushes that just came out with the new collection. And I'm gonna compare some of them that are similar to the other brushes. I'll compare them as well. So first is the R107, and this is a large pencil eyeshadow brush. So there's the large pencil. So kind of coincides with the R101. So this is the R107, and then this is the 101. So the 101 is considerably smaller, but kind of gives you a comparison. I like having both. Sometimes I want, a precision, but then sometimes I want a deeper line. So I like definitely having both. Next, we have the R108, which is the precision blending. So definitely very tiny, really good for hooded eyes. Now I don't have hooded eyes, but this is really good for, because that precision, you're gonna need that if you have hooded eyes. So let's take a look and compare it to the other blending brush. So here is the R109. R102. This is the R108, so you can kind of compare here. And then this was the R103, so you can see this is like the tapered one, so considerably larger. So this one you're going to get more precision. Next is the domed, let's see, the R109, which is a domed eyeshadow brush. So there's really nothing to compare this to in the other collection. This one I have used for, I haven't used this one obviously, but I've used similar brushes. Don't necessarily, I use this sometimes on the eye if I'm trying to get like a little bit of detail on, or you know, kind of more color on the outside of the corner. But I've also used this for like spot concealing because of the way it's shaped. So I think I could use it for that. But this is one of those brushes that you could use for a lot of things. Next, we have the R110, and this is a shader brush. So this is a flat shader brush, and there was a shader brush in the original collection, which was 105, and you can see it is considerably larger. So actually for myself, I prefer the newer one, the R110. That is kind of the side. I will use this one, but this is one that I will probably use more for a one and done shadow or trying to go all over the eye. This is the one that I will use to go in for some shimmer. And then we have the R111, and this is a flat, small flat shader brush. So this is even smaller. So compare it. So we have, this is the 111, 110. So it's even smaller. And then if we go with the original one, you pretty much got all sizes. So you got, you know, small, medium, large right there. And then the last one is going to be 112, which is this flat shader brush. I love these types of brushes, and I don't really have that many. And I don't think I have any that's like this shape. So I love this because I really don't go in with a lot of eyeshadow. I go in with, eyeliner. If I do, it's usually with eyeshadow, and this is the perfect brush for that. So I'm going to be using, I was originally just going to use the new collection, but I'm going to probably use a combination of a couple. I'll talk and say which ones I'm going to use, but I'm going to be using the new palette. But I'm going to try these new brushes. They look fantastic. They look really good quality. And if you are looking for a good set of natural hair eyeshadow brushes, I would definitely check these out. Okay, so now let's get into what everybody always wants to see, is the eyeshadow palette. So this is the outer packaging. It is the Geodes Collection. I believe that's how you pronounce it. It's Geodes. Again, this is made in Italy, assembled in the US. It is talc-free and cruelty-free. The palette runs $41. And if you buy it a set with the nail polishes, you can get the set, so the eyeshadow palette and the 6 nail polishes for $99. So that is, if you are interested in getting the nail polishes too, you can get it for $99. This palette is stunning. So that's the box. This is the actual packaging of the palette. It did come with a little plastic insert, which I took out. So really good size, lightweight. It's got a magnetic closure, which is really nice. And you can see here, the shades are stunning. So it has a mirror inside as well, but here are the shades. And I'm an idiot because I'm looking at the shades, and 6 of them are the shades that are on the nails. So there are 12 shades, and 6 of them are the nails, are the same colors or same shades as the nails. So that's why it totally makes sense. But this is stunning. So I'm very excited to try this out. So reading about the palette, it states, if staring into the cracked open insides of a geode ever made your imagination run wild, then our new collection will bring these sensations to your makeup routine. The experience starts from the packaging with a holographic gem-encrusted seam running the length of the palette. When you open the convenient, travel-friendly, which it is, packaging, you are met with a versatile set of pressed powders, letting you create sophisticated neutral looks or add a little sparkle for the nightlife. The palette contains 12 eyeshadows, 5 duochromes, crystal, agate, peridot, amethyst, and earth-like, 2 iridescents, citrine, and rose quartz, and then 5 creamy mattes, which are rock, clay, rhodonite, lava, and terra. So I'm really excited for this. Now, if you look at the palette, it really does, you can kind of see, it doesn't really, I don't think it comes off on camera how really pretty it is. But It is such a pretty color story, unique. I don't have anything like this. So let's go ahead and do the swatches. Okay, we're gonna start with Rock, which is a matte. And then we're gonna go in with Crystal. Oh, it's gorgeous. And Amethyst. Next we have Citrine, Peridot, and Clay. Next is Rose Quartz, Agate, Rhodonite. And finally Earth-like, Lava, and Terra. So this is just stunning. Can't wait to dig into this. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go in probably with probably a more neutral look to start. But let's go ahead. I'm gonna start with Rhodonite because that's the nail polish I'm gonna be keeping on as the transition shade. Okay, so that looks stunning. I think it's gorgeous. It's a beautiful shade, very unique. I can't think of any like other palette that I have a similar shade in. I forgot to mention I used the R103, so worked really well, blended out nicely, you know, stunning. So I'm gonna move on to the R102, which I believe is the Precision. I can't remember the names, but I'm gonna use this one, and I'm going to go in with the outer corner with the Terra, the darkest shade, to emphasize and darken the outer corner. Okay, again, nothing bad to say. It blended out beautifully, brush looked great. I mean, I love the shade. I love how it's coming out so far, you know, no complaints for me. So next I'm gonna move on to the R110, which is one of the newer brushes. This is the smaller shader, the flat shader brush. The one that's, I think this is the one that's kind of in between. This is like the medium one. So I am gonna go in with the shade Earth-like, which I keep eyeing it. I liked the nail polish in this shade, so this is the one that I was eyeing when I was doing the swatches. So I'm gonna go in with the brush and just place it on the lid, and that is gorgeous. Okay, that looks stunning. I love this shade. Reminds me, I think it's a shade, I think it's Utopian Dream from Pat McGrath, but wow. Now it went really well with the brush, but I just kind of tap a little bit more with my finger, which is typically what I do. But absolutely stunning. So next I'm gonna go in with the R108, this little one right here, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Rose Quartz in the inner corner, and there. Okay, so there it is on the inner corner, and let me go ahead and put a little bit onto the brow bone. And wow, I'm loving them. So this palette, again, $41. Some of these shades, like I said, that Earth-like shade really reminds me of, I'm pretty sure it's Utopian Dream from Pat McGrath. Now it's definitely not the Blitz Astral shades, but I think you're gonna get, I can get a similar look out of it, and for $41. It's really nice. So I'm gonna go, that's the top look. I'm gonna go finish up my mascara. I don't put false lashes on, but I'm just gonna finish up my makeup and then come back and kind of do my final thoughts. Okay, I am back and I'm ready for my final thoughts. So first off, the nail polishes, they're gorgeous. You know, I think they're unique. I think they're really, I love that they go with the eyeshadow and they coordinate with the eyeshadow, so I love that. I think they're gorgeous. So it definitely has me wanting to play with color, but it's not, it's kind of subtle. Even the green shade is kind of fun. So really excited to try with those. I'm trying to get my nails healthier. So, you know, hopefully if I start painting them more regularly, then I will get better. But I'm loving the nail polishes. The brushes are stunning. The brushes are fantastic. Really good quality. I used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've used like 5 or 6 of them. Really great. So you know, really great quality. This one it compares to, so this is, I'm trying to find my Sonia G. I have a Sonia G, which I don't have here. I have a Sonia G Crease Pro, and this one right here, which is the R103, really reminds me of my Sonia G Crease Pro that I love, that I got in a Beautylish Lucky Bag. I love that brush. This one reminds me, when I used it, it reminded me when I used that brush and why I use that brush all the time. So this is definitely, you know, of the same quality, same shape. I love this, absolutely love it. So the brushes are really great. If you're looking for natural hair, good quality natural hair at a fraction of like Sonia G, definitely check out What's Up Beauty. The palette, stunning. I love how now my eye look, I went a little neutral. I'm filming a video after this. But I think it's a gorgeous palette. I'm really want to try the Desert Monsoon palette now too, because I went neutral. I went very neutral, but there's these two, and this kind of reminds me, this one reminds me of that Ultraviolet from Charlotte Tilbury that sold out and is now discontinued. This one reminds me, so I'm kind of doing, I want to kind of do a side-by-side comparison. So maybe I'll do like a TikTok or a reel or a short of that. So stay tuned for that, see comparison. And this shade, I don't have anything like this green shade. So, but really, I mean, this earth-like shade, I love it. It reminds me, like I said, of that Utopian Dream. $41, really good, really travel friendly. Very, you know, thin. It's very thin, but also magnetic closure. It does have the mirror inside. So a really great travel friendly palette. Love the packaging. Oh no, I think it's great. You know, I love an indie brand. I believe it's a woman-owned founder. I think the founder is named Alina. I started following her on Instagram as well. Just really excited. And first of all, thank you so much for reaching out to me and sending me this. I'm so excited. Now, this video is not sponsored. So while all of this was gifted to me, this video is not sponsored, and nor was I told I needed to do anything in exchange to receive anything. I could have received it and just, you know, used it or packed it up or given it away, and there was no obligation to do anything. But as soon as I received it, I really was, one, I try not to accept anything that I don't think I'm going to use, but also as soon as I got it, I really was excited to use it. I was just trying to do it on camera, but very excited. So definitely check out What's Up Beauty. I don't have an affiliate link with them. I don't have any promo code with them. If I do, I will post it in the description box below, but all links below as of right now are not affiliate links. So, but it's definitely a great brand, and love supporting, you know, an independent brand, especially one in the US. So with that, if you like this video, click like, click and subscribe. That way you get a notification every time I post a new video. Bye everyone.